We like old adverts.
Hello and welcome to another episode of We Like Old Adverts. I'm here today with Joe and Jim, and today it's our Tango special, so we're going to look at some Tango adverts. So Jim, which advert have you brought to the table?
I've brought the iconic Tango advert that everyone thinks of when you think of the Tango adverts, but they had loads. They had loads of really good ones in the 90s. They spent a lot of money, and I think as a brand, it's like I think I'd forgotten quite how like omnipresent it was. And their adverts are amazing, like genuinely like really good. So yeah, let's have a look at the one that everyone remembers.
Hello, Tony. I think we might use a video replay here.
Super, Ralph. Let's do that.
Oh, yes, we could be in for a quintessential tango taste sensation here. Why, yes, Tony, let's look again.
Yes, Ralph. The big orange fella ran in from the left, and he gives him a good old slapping.
It just illustrates the bite and buzz of real oranges in tango.
Yes, Ralph. Super taste sensation, smashing drink, lovely.
You know when you've been tangoed.
I mean, that's the one, isn't it? Did that happen a lot at your school? This advert was actually banned, wasn't it? Because kids kept doing it, and I remember it. Yeah, absolutely. But I remember it being on the ears specifically. Which is not even what he does in the advert, which is annoying looking back on it.
Bullying punishment, isn't it? You know?
Yeah, completely. It was a proper like bullying trigger, almost a little how-to guide. But there's so much 90s going on in that advert. Why are they just hanging out outside a florist?
Yeah, drinking one can of Tango.
Why aren't we?
That's Tango. Drinking Tango on the corner with your mates, and I do like. It's a clever kind of motif that they use in this advert, wasn't it? Like when you have that first sip of Tango, like this kind of between the cracks realm of tango-ness comes out and attacks you in some way. But the guy's run as well is brilliant. Like that guy's on screen for so little time. And he's really built that character. You know, Stanley Tucci, when he takes on a role, he starts with a walk. Apparently, he gets the character's walk down first, and this guy is a pro because that walk is a mate. That whole he's brilliant. He's brilliant. That guy.
What I didn't understand was one of the key selling points at the end of the advert is like the real oranges in Tango feel like a slap in the face. Yeah, he stood in front of some real oranges that he could have just had some real oranges that are just literally one arm stretch away from him.
Is Tango more real than real oranges? Is that
it's
what
better
they're trying
than
to
real
subtly
oranges,
imply?
Yeah.
It is better. Also, Ray Wilkins on co-commentary there, which is nice.
Ray Wilkins?
I believe so. It really sounds like him. And the actual commentator, I'm not sure if it is him.
Ross Noble, isn't it? Yeah, it's Ross Noble.
Is it really?
Is it?
No, shut up.
I thought it were your mate off the Ramble, Jim.
I would. Pete Donaldson. No, no, it's not Pete. He'd do it though.
It sounds just like Ross Noble, but I think he'd have been about our age. You know.
It sounds like a guy called Ray Hudson, who is a very over-the-top, ridiculous football commentator. He's known for coming up with just absurd lines.
Nothing less than the equivalent of footballing bird of paradise.
Yeah, there's a lot of 90s going on. Do you remember they did a version of that advert as well, where he actually ducks out of the way?
Yeah. I remember the kiss one instead. Mwah.
Yeah. I
didn't see the ducks out of the way one.
It's good. It had that kind of filter of irony, like just over everything, like so many adverts did in the 90s. It just made me nostalgic. It's made me want a tango. I've not had a tango in ages.
Yeah. I hate these adverts with everything I've got. It's so busy and loud and kind of, just everyone relax. Okay? It's a tin of Tango. I thought, I'm quite glad Tango's faded like Loaded magazine from the end of it.
It's got a proper lads mag feel to it,
doesn't it?
Massively, yeah.
Yeah, because it was funny when you said they were banned then, but I recall the Kiss one happening a lot more at my school. We were just a lot more chilled out. You know what I mean?
And you were sort of experimenting a lot at that time, weren't you?
Oh,
I know you
we
personally
didn't even use that. Because it's weird, he kissed the back of his hand in it. Instead of slapping him, he put hand on the back of the head, hand in front of his mouth, and then kissed the back of his hand.
Yeah.
It's nothing by the side of the head and give him the mwah. What's wrong with that?
Yeah. It's still quite intrusive, isn't it? I know that's the whole point, but someone do that. Just get off, Big Tango man.
Big Tango. You made it sound like Big Farmer.
I wonder what he's up to now, the Big Tango man.
He's still an
Have it-
extra
have it-
probably, 'cause he was an extra then, so he's probably an extra now.
Have a sip of Tango and find out, mate. Maybe you'll
Yeah,
come
he
and
might
eat.
come
Maybe it
round
happens
and
every
slap
time
my
you
head or
forget.
something.
He's an extra in Bottom.
Is that right?
Is he?
Yeah, he is.
Oh, good speed googling, mate. That was
Mate.
impressive stuff. I tell you what, the guy who gets the slap, I like that he does the look and then he does another little look. I think that's good. It's good.
Yeah.
He sold that well. The whole kind of the whole otherworldly experience.
Can't
of
believe
He
it.
nailed it. They've got the
Oh
best
my God.
non-famous actors in the game at the time, if you ask me. I love these adverts. I'm the counterpoint to you, Joe.
So which one have you brought, Joe?
Well, I've steered away from oranges and I've gone on to apples. So,
Oh.
Ooh.
What? I feel bubbly. Oh, hi. Meet me at the all-night store now and wear the outfit.
No, not in public.
You want my big juicy apples?
Just browsing.
Go on, peel my top off.
I'm gonna have you. You'll see. Oh, yes.
If apple seduction is taking over your life, call.
How do you feel? Are you aroused, Joe? Has it changed your mind?
No, the opposite. I have the opposite of arousal right now. Yeah, so why didn't he just nick it? You know,
Well, just because he's got a kink doesn't mean he's a thief, mate. I think that's an outrageous kink shaming from you there.
No, just steal it.
Yeah, I didn't feel it like that.
Steal it. Just steal it.
You know what? They're just so desperate for a laugh in this. They're begging me to laugh with them, and it's more. They're begging for me to laugh more than the Apple Tango with the phone is begging for it. I just don't get it. And the helpline at the end. Which service deserves a dressing down? Probably charities that help sick people. I love the 90s, man. The ironic 90s. Bloody hell.
It's not a dressing down, though, is it? It's not a critical kind of parody.
Oh, look at you, the tango apologist over here.
Yeah, apparently.
Take your top off.
I
and
mean,
you've got the big man's head.
I'm as surprised by this as you are, I have to say. But it turns out I am in the pocket of Big Tango for free as well.
I liked in that advert how quick he was. Like, he answers the phone like, what? He goes, what? And then she goes, I feel bubbly. And he's like, yes. He's welling.
Yeah.
He's like, yes. Oh, it started. It's really mucky, really quick.
That's a proper kink, that, isn't it? Where he only needs like a sort of trigger word. Yeah. And also, as well, straight away, he's like, oh, not in public about the costume. And then he just crumbles. He's got no
He
defense
says,
for it.
Not in public. And then it's happening in public instantly. There's no like, she don't even egg him on. She don't go, no, come on, you need to wear it in public. She just says, wear that. And he goes, not in public. And then he's wearing it in public. He can't defend himself. He loves it. He loves it so much.
It wasn't even that weird. As someone who lives in London, I've seen people wearing stuff like that. Not exactly the same as that, but things that wouldn't be too far away from it. It's a chef's hat and a silver woman's jacket. I think they could have gone a little deeper into that. If it's all about a kink, hey, come on. Nipple clamps, there's loads of stuff.
Chaps.
High heels, yeah.
Are you more of a Fanta man, Joe? That's the vibe I'm getting at the moment.
I love soft drinks that were designed for Nazi Germany. They're my absolute favourite ones.
Yeah, God, I always forget about that. Because of course I do. Because that's insane.
Yeah. My heart lies with Lilt. Yeah.
Now you're talking. That's a
Bit
soft
sharp
drink,
for
isn't
me.
it?
Now there are some adverts with some pretty dated problems to them.
Yeah.
So this is what I've found, and I think you'll find that it's running parallel with today's politics. It's quite good.
Hi, I'm Ray Gardner, spokesperson for Tango. This letter is from Sebastian Loys, a French exchange student. Sebastian says, I tried new Blackcurrant Tango and didn't enjoy it as much as Tango's other flavors. Well, Sebastian, all I can say is sorry. We've done all we can. We try to provide satisfaction for all Tango drinkers, even if you're only visiting our great nation. It's not easy. My friend Jeff here has been working on BCT for 3 years. You're an exchange student, aren't you, Sebastian? All hair gel and fancy loafers. What are your credentials, Sebastian? What drives you? When did you last get up at 4 in the morning for something you believed in passionately? We don't need you, you hear? You're one dissenting voice in a billion, Johnny French, you're that! Yes, Blackcurrant Tango is a charge to the taste buds. Yes, it's feisty. Yes, it's got guts. But so have we, Sebastian. Look at us! Come on then, Sebastian! Come on! Right here, right now! You and me! Come on, France! Europe! The world! I'll take you all on! I'm Ray Gardner! I drink Blackcurrant Tango! Come and get
It's like watching Brexit unfold, isn't it? It's like the
Really?
entire process of what happened in that scenario. It escalates so brilliantly, and the fighter jets at the end is such a brilliant touch. So ridiculous.
It's funny because in it he says you're one voice in a billion. You're that.
Yeah.
But then he goes way too far to say he's just that. He gets a boxing ring on the cliffs of Dover with fighter jets, and he pushes the boat out to defend himself.
He's
overreacted.
I think he has too. Yeah, I love that. At the end, he goes, "I'm Ray Gardner." That's such a great little detail to just bring himself back up in it. Oh, I really, as is the theme here, I think that's a great ad. It's that escalation is really funny, and it's executed really, really well. It's funny enough when he walks out into a field and he's got the boxing gear on, but then the people running on. It's the perfect choice of song as well. I'm into it. I am into it.
Yeah.
What you got to say on that one, Joe Deeney?
Hate it.
Yeah, there we go.
I can do it.
That might be the case.
Exhausted. I thought it was just Brexit writ large. I thought it was pretty much Noel's HQ. And it's that dangerous thing about irony, isn't it? Especially irony when it comes to patriotism, that 50% of your audience don't know it's irony. It's the Al Murray syndrome, isn't it? And I get the being daft and over the top, but just not in my backyard, thanks. The spirit of the Blitz, God.
Again, it's that quite lads mag irony, isn't it? That the way that you could say something a little bit cheeky and xenophobic, but in like a sort of playful, bantery way.
Yeah, it's Johnny Vaughan, isn't it? The Johnny Vaughan
absolutely, and that is quite an insidious thing, isn't it? Because I suppose ironic xenophobia is still xenophobia in some degree. So all the same, I loved it. Despite those issues with it, they did have to make him French as well. Yeah, it's very. Al Murray is right, isn't it? That was even his one of his catchphrases for a bit, wasn't it? About French, but yeah. I at the time, I think probably all of us didn't realise how many people took that at face value or ignored the irony and just agreed with it anyway.
Not quite. Yeah.
Did you notice it was snowing when he first took his top off?
It was, yeah.
Snowing.
Yeah.
That's some brave. Rick Gardner was very brave in that.
Wait, Ray Gardner. He's Ray Gardner, and he drinks Blackcurrant Tango.
Do you think he does? I think he drinks beer. By the look of him,
he's a sucker for a pint, that lad.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a cider and apple tango. Oh, sorry, Blackcurrant Tango man either. Not much of a goth vibe.
Cider and apple tango is an interesting cocktail. Love apples.
How can I dilute this but make it more appley somehow? I sort of want to do that. I'll see what happens.
You're shaped like an apple. Just eat an apple.
I like
I'm fat shaming now. I'm kink shaming and fat shaming.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Tango has really got under your skin today, isn't it?
It has. I hated those adverts. It was all right.
Yeah. It was all one take, even though I don't think
definitely wasn't.
Yeah, it
his
wasn't.
office is based on the cliffs of Dover. It was amazing how they did that. It was like one take, except it's definitely not.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it was
clever,
good.
clever stuff.
I think we're outvoting you there, Joe. Not that we have a voting system on this show,
Well,
but I
just
say
like
we
Brexit
implement
then,
one
isn't
now.
it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's another episode of We Like Old Adverts. Thanks very much for joining us. if you've got any comments or suggestions, leave them in the comments below. And like and subscribe us on Facebook and on here on YouTube. Smash that like button, as the vloggers say. So yeah, thanks very much, and see you on the next one. That was sort of tango.